Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Check-In Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in with us this week. If you are a new guest, I want to say thank you for clicking on this podcast and taking the time out of your day to listen. If you're a returning guest, I want to say the same thing. Thank you for clicking on this podcast and taking the time out of your day to listen. Before we get started, I just want you guys to know that the Check-In Podcast is a podcast where we check in every week with you guys just to see how you guys are doing, and we give you our opinions, just from a young adult perspective on things like pop culture, music, entertainment, politics, everything that's going on in the world. We talk to you guys about it and give you guys our opinion. My name is Cameron Billette,
And my name's Ian.
and today we have a guest, my friend Aminah. And Aminah, I'm gonna let you take it away and introduce yourself.
Okay, hi, my name is Aminah. As of right now, I'm doing hair full time. So if you want to come get your hair done, make sure you follow my Instagram at Style by Aminah, Aminah, and a D after style. And yeah, that's all I got to say right now.
Okay. I want to say thank you for coming onto the podcast today, Amina. Amina, I asked her if she wants to come on the podcast. She said she likes to talk. I like to get people that like to talk and engage with topics of today. So again, thank you for coming onto our podcast. Thank you for taking time out of your day. And just to get this show on the road and start the podcast like we do every podcast, if you could use one word to describe your week so far, what word would that be?
Progressive,
Why would you say progressive?
because I'm finally getting a move on my cosmetology career track. I think I'm gonna go to Paul Mitchell, which is like a really good school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start in April, and like, yeah, I'm just excited to like actually start school. Like recently, I've been feeling stagnant, so this was like a big step in a way.
Yeah, I feel that. Um, that's life though. Like, you get in a routine, and it doesn't mean that you're not gonna have a different routine, but sometimes you get in a routine and you just be feeling some type of way. So I'm glad your week was progressive for you.
Thank you.
That's a really good feeling in life, just to feel like you're about to finally go to the next stage and move on or add
Definitely.
on. Um, Ian, your word of the week. You know how we do.
Same old, same old. That's all I gotta say.
It cannot be same old, same old.
Cam, what was new?
Huh?
What was new?
I don't know, but I asked him. I said, make sure you have your word before we
You
sit
could have
down.
said normal, ordinary, like dang.
Anything.
Ordinary. There you go.
Okay.
Why is it just ordinary, Ian?
Wake up, go to school, and then don't go to school and go to work. That's it.
So you're feeling stagnant. How Aminah was feeling. Aminah's feeling progressive right now, but you said same old, same old.
Actually, I'm gonna change the word. I'm kind of blown right now. I'm kind of blown. Actually, I'm gonna change that.
Okay,
I'm kind of
the word. Okay,
I'm kind of blown right now. Um, I am struggling to find scholarships, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been searching everywhere for a scholarship, and the scholarships ain't coming in my hands like they should be. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's always like the certain requirements. I'll be reading it and anything. I get all the requirements down, and then it's like, oh, you got to be a Pacific Islander for this thing. I'll be like, bro, come on, dog.
How does that even happen? Like, you're not looking for a scholarship specifically.
See,
for
I thought I was.
students?
I thought I was because I went to the scholarships.com, right?
Mhm.
And they asked me
That's
like,
the worst.
I hated that website. Oh my
but
god.
that's what I was referred to. That's what I was referred to. And they asked me like what I want to major or what colleges I want to go to. Was my race, high school senior or junior or whatever. Put everything down. They still gave me the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Because what am I looking? I'm not
Do
no
you have a
Pacific Island.
TikTok?
Do I have
TikTok
TikTok?
TikTok be giving out hella scholarships. I swear, like it be popping up on my thing sometimes, and I feel like there's a page just for African American students. So look on TikTok.
I'll definitely do that. But yeah.
So you're blown about the scholarships.
Yeah, and then another thing I got recommended to was the Tom Joyner Foundation. I
Mhm.
looked at the Tom Joyner Foundation, like I looked at the website, typed in like the right URL and everything, and like I was clicking on the link and everything, and it said donate. I was like, donate what? You supposed to be donating to me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so I was just about fed up, and I just quit. You know what I'm saying? Just quit right then and there.
Dang, and I'm sorry you're blown. I understand that though. For me, finding scholarships was not easy. I applied to so many, and then after like a minute, I settled on Oakwood because I was just like, they'll give me money, whatever. But then last minute, another school gave me money, the school that I'm currently at. And so I don't know, the scholarships thing, I don't want to say I've never worried about it, but I've been in your position and worrying about how I'm gonna pay for school. And I pray on it. Like
That's
Oh yeah,
my main man Joe.
faith takes you
Say something.
far.
it does. It does.
That's my main man Joe. Give me some student loan forgiveness. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because Joe Biden last night, or he was having like
I know what you're talking about.
no, first of all, where is the stimulus? Where is the stimulus?
I don't think y'all getting that, honestly.
No, and I didn't get it the first time, but I'm hoping
Me
I didn't get it
either.
the first time or the second time.
That's why I don't feel bad for y'all.
But who's y'all? Because I didn't get it either.
I mean, I don't know. You in the running this time. I'm not in the running either.
No,
You see
I'm
what
not
I'm
in the
saying?
run. I feel like the next stimulus bill is going to like put more people on. But like, I also know what they're doing in there. I don't, with the past 4 years of Trump, things have been just so crazy. And what I don't think Joe Biden understands is it's just not enough for him to not be Trump. Like, it's not enough.
I
Like,
can respect that.
I understand he thinks it's enough because like we've had 4 years of Trump, but like these are the exact conditions for a revolution. The exact conditions. People are poor, extremely poor. People are losing their jobs. People are homeless. We have all these natural disasters. We have no stimulus. We have a virus going around. Like, these are the exact conditions for a revolution. And he's just not like, people are like, give him time. He just got in. I'm like, you guys are not understanding.
He
If
did get
people
in
can
though.
storm the Capitol on January 6th, okay, I just don't think you guys understand that we just don't have the luxury of you not being Trump and you taking your sweet time.
I mean, I feel like give him his 100 days though. Like let my man settle in. Let him
That days
settle
is coming
in.
up.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, y'all can't snap at him until he get past that 100 days, and I'd be like, okay, what have we really seen, Joe?
You see, okay, here's the thing. I could go with the 100 days thing, but when we had a president like we had the past 4 years,
Yeah, you ain't getting
everything's
100
out the
days, bro.
window. We're not
Yeah.
in regular conditions. The presidents during the Spanish flu, I'm not sure if they had. I don't even know if the 100 days thing was even a thing back then, like 100 years ago. But like we're not in the same conditions. It's hectic out here.
I don't know. I kind of feel for him.
I feel for him
I really
too.
do. Like
I
I feel like
do.
he just like I also feel like because I don't know. I feel like it's just really everybody is just shook in the government, the president, the White House. So it's kind of hard to make stuff like move because I think they still like feel some type of way after Trump, even though he's trying. I don't know. I got some empathy for the man.
Martial law and everything.
I
The National
understand.
Guard.
I don't know. Like I said, things are hectic. That's actually my word of the week. Hectic. Y'all are some terrible people. Y'all didn't even ask me. It's like, no, I'm kidding.
You started rambling.
I'm kidding.
Whatever.
I'm kidding. I brought it back. Yeah, that's my word of the week. Hectic. Just being back in school, it's just deadline after deadline after deadline after deadline, and it's always like I have to plan my day out to a T and make sure I schedule breaks in there, or else I will run myself into the ground.
So have you not been doing that? Is that why it's hectic?
It's hectic because I have like more things coming up and like more assignments that it's getting close to midterms because spring break is in 2 weeks. After this week, spring break is in 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
Which was really fast.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at the syllabus. I check the syllabus every day. I'm like, ooh, it keeps saying project due soon, project due soon. I'm like, project? I ain't even started. So I don't know. Yeah, that's why I say it's hectic. But let's get into the weekend topics. I feel like I actually beforehand, do you watch WandaVision or no?
Okay, I seen the trailer. I don't because I don't have Disney Plus, sadly, but I watched the trailer and I was very confused. Like usually I like Marvel stuff, but I just really wasn't getting the storyline. Even after you told me last night, I was like, okay, let me watch the trailer again. I'm still lost. Like I read I don't understand it. I'm a little.
And I don't feel like the trailer prepares you enough for it. Ian, did you see the trailer for WandaVision?
What trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all saw the trailer. Yeah.
Okay, when you saw the trailer, what did you think did you think the show was gonna be what the show is?
I thought the show was gonna be horrible. I ain't gonna lie.
When you saw the trailer?
I thought the joint was gonna be terrible.
So I haven't seen a trailer for WandaVision at all. Honestly, unless I see a trailer, the second way I watch something is if by word of mouth. So people are talking about the show, I'm like, okay, what's up with it? And then I might see like people talk about it, and like if I see people having like a good dialogue about it, I'm like, oh, this show seems interesting. So that's how I watched it. The first ever trailer for WandaVision I saw last night, and it was for trailers from next week's episode. And I was like, I didn't even know this show had trailers. Like, I just started watching it.
Where you see the maybe that's only a Disney Plus thing, because I didn't see an episode trailer. I just seen like in general.
That's what I'm saying. It was on YouTube, but it's on
Okay.
YouTube on Disney.
I'm gonna watch it later.
Yeah. So okay, so you don't watch WandaVision, but do you like Marvel?
Yeah, I love Marvel.
Okay, so WandaVision, what it's about is
spoilers ahead, I guess.
I mean, I ain't gonna be able to watch it. I don't have Disney Plus, so spoil.
Okay, yes, but
I'm talking for the listeners.
Oh, okay, my bad, listeners.
But still.
So so WandaVision is a show, and it's about Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, whatever you know her as. We were introduced to her in Age of Ultron, and basically.
Oh, I ain't see that one.
Oh my goodness! Did you see Infinity War or Endgame?
I seen Infinity War, but it's blurry. Like I don't remember everything.
Cut the script. You saying you like Marvel and you don't
like Marvel?
Age of Ultron or nothing like that?
No, I didn't watch that one.
Infinity War is a blur.
It is.
Stop
it. It is.
No.
I watched it late.
I will never forget that feeling.
I like the fact that it's like action movies and stuff like that, but I'm not going to say I was sad and watch every Marvel TV and movie. I didn't say that. I just said I like Marvel. Okay, I like the stuff that they be putting out.
Okay, that's fair. So I'm gonna explain it to you, and then me and you are gonna talk about it real quick and see, just have a little dialogue about it. But basically, WandaVision, it's about you didn't see Infinity War, but do you remember the guy that had the stone in his head?
Yeah.
Okay, how he died at the end.
Okay.
Okay, so in this it's probably bloody, but in this TV show, it's Wanda the witch and it's Vision, and they're living in this world that Wanda has created, because Wanda, she's a telepath, she can read people's minds, play tricks on their minds, and she's basically a reality bender. So like she's taking people from this like small town and she's taking them hostage, and basically like the show is set up as like a different TV show every episode, but it's like a different version. So like the first episode was like in black and white. It was like a 1950s I Love Lucy style. And then the second episode was like more so 60s. And the next episode was like 70s, 80s. But like she's creating this alternate reality so that she can be with Vision, because Vision died. She created this reality out of her grief.
Wow. Yes. Yeah, that's what's the word? That's real, like I can't even think of the word right now, but that's a lot.
I can't even. It's a lot. That's how I felt too. I was like, this is a really good storyline. Like,
very detailed.
Yeah. And like, don't you feel like, Ian, like now people are gonna have to like, so like with Marvel movies, like, how like sometimes you won't get a certain movie if you didn't see the other one, or like
you be having to go back.
Yeah, or they be having end credits.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you feel like now, like people like, in order to prepare for like Infinity War, like real hardcore Marvel fans watched all the movies before that. But don't you feel like but don't you feel like now, like if you're trying to watch the next Marvel movie, you're gonna have to tap into the shows too? Do you feel like some of the show stuff will carry over into the
probably because Marvel will be on some other stuff, man.
They are strategic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's a good
they gonna pull their money.
Movie company.
You feel me? They gonna pull their money. Like, you gotta watch this other film before you understand this film, or else you're gonna be lost. Like, they be pulling their money. Like
so do y'all think that they wrote all the movies like ahead of time? And they was like, we're gonna drop this here, we're gonna drop this there, we're gonna drop this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sorry, Ian. Just fix the mic. Don't be looking at me like that. Just make sure you speak it to the right.
I am speaking.
It's like that. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, no, I think they're very strategic just because of how big of a brand they are or company they are, I think.
Yeah.
And like they have a bunch of comics like
Oh yeah, I was about to say.
to choose from. So I think they be having phases. So I think they'd be like, well, in this phase, we want to start talking about this character and this character and this character. We're looking to start somebody on the script on it right now. These are the comics that are based off of this, or like we want to talk about this character. You can choose what comic you want to base it off of. So I think Marvel's really ahead of the game. Like they
I
be
will
having
buy a
movies.
stock from them.
That's probably smart.
I think they're always going to be here. Just the fact that they make all those comic books first and then they decide to make movies, that was smart as fuck. Like, what? Oh,
I don't think anybody could predicted like cinema, cinema taking off the way that it has.
definitely.
I feel like that's just like so much money in that. But yeah. Since you don't know any more about WandaVision,
Sorry.
it's all good though. It's all good. At least you're interested. But that was just what happened. I'm trying to think about what happened from the last time I talked to you guys. WandaVision on Friday, like everybody's always tuned into that. On Saturday, Trump got acquitted.
Bro, I had to look up that word like 3 times before you told me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was like, it's not sticking. Let me read it one more time.
What do you guys think about that? First of all, let's just talk about that.
I mean, if he thought he wasn't gonna get off, then I don't know what you was expecting.
It's not a matter of like me not thinking he would get off. It was just like, dang, so soon.
I mean, my man wasn't even there for the. My
But
man.
listen, that man got money. You know they say money buy anything. I really feel like somebody was getting paid behind the scenes just for him to.
But first of all, that happened on Saturday night. Let me start over. First of all, that happened on Saturday night. I woke up from a nap. I opened up my phone and it said, I seen somebody tweet, of course, he got acquitted again. So I don't know why I was thinking about Tory Lanez, but I was like, I was like, somebody got off with something. And then I go to the Explore page because Explore be having all the topics. And I look and it said Trump was acquitted. And I said, acquitted from what? Like the trial happened that fast? And on a Saturday night? And on the weekend? I don't know. Ian, you had something more stuff to say when it first happened. But now you acting all.
I have more stuff to say. No, I have a spam page. I was making jokes.
It's funny to you?
It's not fun. It's not funny, but I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh at the pain, bro.
Yeah, I think a lot of people you gotta laugh sometimes. It's just hard to believe that this is reality. Like this man did all of this shit and y'all acquitted him.
I don't understand how the very people who got up on that Senate floor and said they feared for their lives, decided that he was guilty of no crimes.
That's what I'm saying. They had to be paid. Somebody had to be paid. They was like, we'll pay you this much if you say this. And they took it.
What do you think would have happened? What do you think his followers would have done if like he had been tried, if he hadn't been acquitted?
That's a good question. They probably would have been outside the Capitol, like when he was on his trial, threatening people from the outside, starting a fire. Who knows?
I don't know. I just felt like part of me feels like, okay, like that was a dumb decision because it's like now he could run again. And I'm not sure if he'll do that again, but I mean, he could if he wanted to. And then on top of that, I also feel like maybe they made a smart decision because maybe they knew that there was going to be retaliation.
And
yeah, like, we can't afford that.
I feel like money was involved.
Money's always involved.
I feel like that's the only like logical reason. Because
okay, how much money would it take for you to acquit Trump?
Like $5 million.
I know that man's a billionaire.
Yeah, I'll take $5 million.
To acquit him of all his crimes
Yeah, bro. I might need to
that he committed as the president.
could really care less, bro. That $5 million can get me a long way, bro.
Yo.
$5 million.
Really?
$5
Yeah.
million can get me a long way, bro.
It's like, nah, I'm not gonna cap. I would take some money too.
Look. She has to look away.
I mean, I might. I don't know.
$5 million.
See what it's looking like. What my account's looking like. What my life is looking like at the time.
I mean, at the time. The time is now. What is your account looking like now?
Right now, my account is looking like I could use $5 million. Y'all would just have to understand, though.
All right, then.
Y'all would just have to understand. I know people were sick. I don't think people were sick. I think people expected that. I just think just the fact that they did it over the weekend, and I'm like, did y'all even go into work to talk about this, or was y'all just at home and y'all make this decision?
Right.
If I got $5 million, none of y'all would know. I want y'all to know that.
I'm just so confused. I just don't understand how that was a trending topic on a Saturday night.
Chill out.
I don't know. I feel like that just explains it even more. That's how you know some other under the book. What's the word? Basically them getting money. They got the money over on Friday, and it was like, if we do this, you don't got to worry about nothing. Boom, and here we are. Easy.
That sucks. I feel like America is just constantly trying to they just prolong injustice, if that makes sense. If y'all knew y'all was gonna acquit him, y'all knew y'all was gonna do this, y'all knew y'all wasn't gonna try him, wasn't gonna hold the protest insurrectionists accountable, why even start that up? It don't make sense to me. But speaking of injustice, apparently George Floyd's trial is in March.
I heard about that.
I did too. I didn't even know there was. I'd be so lost when it comes to criminal justice, how long things be taken to go to trial and then to reach a verdict and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know I don't know what we're expecting from this George Floyd trial. Do you know what you? Let me not say what do you know what you're expecting. What would you like to happen?
We all know what we would like to happen.
I mean, just one of the just the one
electric chair. No, I'm joking.
I ain't mad at him. Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think that.
Electric chair.
Yeah. Nah. Okay. Well, you say electric chair. How do y'all feel about capital punishment?
I was joking about the electric chair. I mean, I think they need life, bro.
I say lethal poison.
I don't know. I'm like, because I'm anti capital punishment, but then at the same time, you see something like that, and it's it seems like death is the only.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard to stem away from violence now that it's embedded in everything that we do, movies, everything that we listen to, everything that we watch has to do with violence. So if you can go and shoot a man with no remorse, why can't you just go get killed? I don't know. I feel like that would be nice. Life. I feel like if you get life in prison, yeah, people might beat him up in there because they know who he is. But then again, they probably gonna make sure he in a nice prison, relaxing. No, if that man get in trouble, I want you to be in trouble.
Yeah. So would it be so it will obviously be disappointing if the officers involved. Okay, hold a second. I said one of the officers. There was 4 officers involved. There was the one that was kneeling on his neck, and then there were the other 2. There's another one
just watching.
Yeah, that was just watching on the ground, and there was 2 more that was keeping everybody back or something like that. Would you want to see all 4 of them electric chair or just the one?
Honestly, the other 2 can go in prison. I don't really care about the people that was just holding them back and watching. They could go to prison, but the other guy, they need to watch that guy get killed, and maybe that will hit something for them. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, I
don't know. I feel like they get away with murder all the time.
They do.
It's if they start if they put him on trial, they got to put a whole bunch of other people on trial. Like, that's just going to start a wave that it's just going to be. You can't really serve justice because, like, we seen what happened with the election. That election was fair and square, and people still came and stormed the Capitol. So it was like, and also the police, like, a lot of them be in like the KKK and like smaller like white supremacist groups. Like, I just don't feel like. I feel like when we want to be while we would want for justice to be served, I don't know if people are like ready for like what that looks like. Like,
Would it actually be served?
Yeah, like where the repercussions? Like, are cops gonna start like going out on revenge sprees?
Like, I feel like just the fact that we have to think about all these other possible situations of happening is a problem. Like, you killed the man. I feel like that's deserving of being killed.
Yeah.
Because prison is not, like you said, like, I don't know. They just always, somehow it's always made easy for them. They're gonna.
I see prisoners on TikTok, by the way. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but it be all the it be all the black ones.
Yeah, you know,
and they be having fun. Yeah, but like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, prison is not. It's not really enough. Like, I feel like he's just gonna get comfortable.
I think he's gonna get comfortable. I don't know. I feel like unless he's put in a good place, which he probably will be, he's gonna get comfortable. Like, there's no way where either he's not dead or he's not free. Like, it's either or.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't just put him in jail, or they might put him in jail. They might do some crazy BS and put him in jail for like 3 years for manslaughter, and it's just like,
oh my God. If I see that, I'm gonna be mad.
What?
I'm gonna be mad.
Niggas get 5 years for weed. Like, what do you mean?
And that shit about to be
Forever
legal
for weed, and you gonna tell me this man could get like? I know everybody would be mad. I feel like that would be worse than acquitting him. Because the acquitting you expect, but you trying to put him in jail for that little bit of time.
3 years. It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
3 years. And we had all this stir up from you killing this one man, and he get in prison for 3 years. I'm gonna be upset. And not like, say we sign a petition, that petition is not doing anything because it didn't do nothing the first time we signed it.
I don't know what petitions do. Did you sign any petitions when we first?
Yeah, I signed them all. I be signing petitions.
I signed them, but I be scared they don't really do nothing. Yeah.
I don't be seeing any like I don't want to say repercussions, but any like things that like indicate that justice has been served with the petitions. Like, it's just like we sign them, we donate. Where's the money?
We don't know we don't know what's happening next for real. Like, it's no update.
I don't know. I've been really involved with just like our government and the criminal system because I seen Judas and the Black Messiah the other day. And did you see it?
I haven't watched it yet, but this man, he told me that I need to watch it. Like, he told me about it the other day. I was doing his hair. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
It's gonna make you angry though. Like, I didn't even like see all of it because I know I need to go back to it, and something heavy like that, I don't try to watch it at night or too late at night, but it just all makes you mad.
Definitely. History. I mean, I get sad more than mad.
It's more like a rage. Like, you like feel helpless to an extent, and you're sad about the situation that you'd be so mad. Like, I feel like certain movies. Okay, the media has a way of like swaying like public opinion, actions, response. I feel like movies like this, all it does is just make you mad at white people. And
so white people wrote it?
No, white people didn't write it.
Okay.
And I'm saying, like, just like seeing their position on Fred Hampton, on like Just like you see in the trailer, you get mad at the sellouts, the coons, for lack of a better term, because like it's like with Malcolm X and with Fred Hampton, they were essentially killed by their own people. Like the people that you're trying to protect, trying to uplift, trying to empower, and they sell you out. That's why it's called Judas and the Black Messiah, because Fred Hampton was uniting everyone, every oppressed person in Chicago at that time. He was really unifying a lot of people. And then you have this black man who's inducted into the Black Panther Party. And then he sells you out to the FBI, like the entire time you're knowing him.
Yeah, that's
So
wild.
that makes you mad, but I don't know. Um, I feel like what's the last trending topic before we go into what we really want to talk about today? Oh, what's happening in Texas with the snow and stuff? Have you been keeping up with that or seen that or anything?
The truck accident.
No. They haven't snow. We're supposed to be getting snow today, even though it's a really nice day
Where?
outside.
It's beautiful outside.
I don't know what snow they're talking about because
Let me check the weather really quick, my brother.
Honestly, it's global warming. We're not taking care of the earth. So I'm not surprised.
We get a winter storm warning tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got winter storm warning.
I'm not surprised either.
Hopefully no work. No work.
Nothing. I feel like everything, I'm just like, what's the word? I've become like immune to it, I guess. Like the weather changes and stuff, like even though we know that's not normal, like we be seeing birds in the wintertime and we know damn well they're supposed to be migrating. Like it's just crazy to me. And I feel like at this point, it's like I don't want to say fuck it because like I'm still on this earth and I want to see my grandkids and all of that, but it's just going downhill, weather and all.
Yeah, unfortunately. I know why I brought that up, but
There's also a blizzard in Mexico.
Huh?
There's also a blizzard in Mexico.
That's out of pocket.
What? Like, it's not even supposed to snow there. What do you mean? What do you mean? We're just gonna have like more extreme weather, and I just feel like
it's scary, honestly, but
I don't feel like lawmakers, politicians, and people like that are going to like make a decision or just like even take this seriously until it really affects them. And I don't know what really affects looks like because like we had a whole pandemic and y'all still can't get on one accord. Like I don't know. And it's like if they die, they're dead. So it's like they're not gonna be making no policies from the grave.
Yeah.
I don't know what needs to happen, honestly. It's kind of despair. They need a rebrand, but
for real. Just start all over. Honestly. Why are 80-year-olds running the country?
Listen, let's rebrand. Like, actually, speaking of rebrand, a little hot topic of last summer is trying to rebrand. She's getting on my nerves. That doggone B Simone.
Oh, I like B Simone. I don't know why y'all don't be like. I used to watch her little YouTube series or whatever. I like her. I feel like I like her ambition. She was out of pocket for her little books. The books that she had copyrighted or she got in trouble with that. That was a little messed up. She should have checked that beforehand, but I like her.
Okay, Ian, what do you think about the books? Do you remember the books? Okay, she was trending a lot last summer. First of all, last summer she had the 9 to 5 scandal. Remember that?
Yeah, but I wasn't really upset about that.
I mean, it wasn't like a real scandal, like anything to be upset about. But it's just like, when a celebrity starts doing too much, starts talking too much, you kind of like, wait a minute now. Is this really how you think?
Yeah.
Wait a minute now. I don't know. It wasn't a scandal, but like, how you feel? Like he can't have a 9 to 5. He has to be an entrepreneur and stuff like that.
I mean, here's how I'm thinking, bro. I feel like you shouldn't be dating nobody if like you can't obtain what they have. So like she's an entrepreneur herself. If she wants to be with an entrepreneur, she's gonna be with an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like that's somebody that understands her lifestyle. I feel like it was just people that Yeah, I just feel like it was just people that were mad that they couldn't get with her because they had a 9 to 5,
No, but
or like,
she was saying it um okay, like let's say you make $50,000 being an entrepreneur and he made $50,000, we're having 9 to 5. She was saying it don't matter how much he made, no matter what, he cannot have no 9 to 5. She was just like she equates 9 to 5 to like,
is that what she
I'm
said?
not mad at her though.
Like, that's not something to be mad at. Like,
no, I'm not mad. I'm just saying like
I think
she
it's a mindset thing. That's why.
yeah, like the
Like,
entrepreneur knows
there's
what
a
to do.
worker mindset versus the entrepreneur mindset. So if he got a 9 to 5 and he's still making just as much money, it's still going to be like a disconnect between them two because she's always thinking like the CEO. Like she's
Mhm.
not thinking as a worker. So he can be making the same money as you, but it's still not going to be the same. Like I feel like that's where y'all would just I mean, y'all don't necessarily have to argue over that, but like disagree, yeah, like why not just I mean, I'm not mad at her. Why not just have an entrepreneur husband?
Mhm. That's not the end of the world. It just be like coming from her. I'm not sure if that happened after or before the book. I think that happened before the book, honestly.
I
That
think
happened.
so too.
It happened this summer, and then after that, she had what was it? She had the Black Lives Matter. She was like, I'm a child of God. I don't participate. I don't support what y'all are doing out there. Like we wasn't just protesting. Like I understand she's talking about the robbing and the looting, but like that's just a side effect. And it's like really, those corporations gonna bounce back. They're a corporation. So she said that,
Yeah.
and she sounded very backwards. Like when she sounded very backwards. Okay, I think the big problem with her is that she's hypocritical. You,
Okay.
she says that, but then you can be overly sexual and provocative on your social media and on Wild and Out, but you're a child of God. Like
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the issue right then and there.
I feel like okay.
and cuss. Like, come on, like
Okay.
it's more stuff.
I feel like everybody's ver everybody's version of child of God is different also. So like she still praises him. Not saying, I support, what she's doing or whatever. But
Mhm.
then again, the man made sex. Like why can't she show off her body? You know what I'm saying? Like if she still praises him, she's still like her faith is still strong.
I know Ian got something to say. What you
Why
doing?
can't she be a child of God? Like, somebody else might be a child of God, but somebody else might be a child of God, but they're gay. But it's like all of us sin, you know what I'm saying?
I I feel that, but I'm not talking about she's not a child of God because she's like this. I'm saying like for you to say denounce people and like criticize them and say that they're not a child of God because they're doing this when you do things that are sinful, quote
Okay.
unquote, that's why I'm saying like she's just hypocritical. And
Okay.
that's why I just feel like she should just be quiet.
Okay. I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay. Ian, what were you about to say?
Nah, I mean, you all right. He did make sex, but like, if you like, this is what I have conversations. I have like a lot of, like, I have a lot of like, I don't want to say liberal. I mean, but I mean, I consider myself very liberal and very um, like I want equality for everybody. But like I get like a tiny bit conservative to certain beliefs. Like, yeah, I get like showing off your body and anything like that. Like God did make sex, but there's God makes sex for a specific purpose to repopulate. You know what I'm saying? He made it for a specific purpose, not for you just to go willy nilly and have fun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but then again, we are in a sin cursed world, so I can't really get mad at you for doing that. But when you are saying like, oh well, God did do this. He made it for a specific purpose. You know, like he ain't make our lungs so cigarettes can come into it. He made our lungs for air to come into it. Like I feel like everything is made as for a specific purpose. And then that's like where we have the disconnect in the world. Well, basically in the country, but I think that's where we have the disconnect is because like people take it to what they think and not to what God thinks, but not everybody's like the same religion, you know what I'm saying? But you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I think what I'm saying.
So you
I
feel
got you.
like, okay, so
Because like America is like everything printed up. Our national religion is Christianity.
mhm,
Everything on our money is in God we trust, in God we trust. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So like if lawmakers are making this law like sex work is bad, I mean it isn't right according to the Bible. So like if that's what we're putting our money in, and God we trust, then they should abide by it. I'm not saying we should shame people for doing sex work. I think sex work should be like the last option. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, why would you just turn 18 and just do that? Like you didn't even try. You know what I'm saying, to get out in the world. I think that should be like the last option. But like, you know, you can't I don't think people can really get mad at that, you know. I don't think people can really get mad at that.
At sex work?
Like I don't think people can get mad at um not really abiding by it, not really saying like not really supporting it. I don't think people could get mad at for not supporting it.
You don't think people can get mad at other people who don't support it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's more so like about support. It's more so, in my opinion, like mind your business, and also like okay, the Bible talks against sex work, and sex work, I, I believe, talks about prostitution and how sex work is bad and stuff like that. But like that's the oldest form of like work. Like sex work has like existed basic almost since the beginning of time. So it's kind of
But
like,
it wasn't supposed to exist.
but that's like thinking about like if like sin didn't exist.
Yeah, and we're all supposed I mean,
We're all supposed to strive to not be sinful, but we are of sin, born in sin. Like I feel like,
and then that's the disconnect too. That's another disconnect too. Like
so do you feel like when people are like saying mind your business and stuff like that, they're promoting sin, or like they're agreeing with it or something like that?
I don't think they're promoting sin. I just don't think they they are believers like me and you are. You know what I'm saying? Like mind your business. That's what I think. I don't think like Christianity is not very popular. I want people to know that. It's not a popular thing. I think
You don't think it's popular?
it,
I
it's not no, it's popular, but it's not the most dominant religion. I think the most dominant religion, if I'm not mistaken, is Buddhism. It's either
really.
Buddhism or is Islam. It's one of those
I'd
two.
be forgetting Christianity is like a newer religion.
But yeah, Christianity is not like a popular religion. So like if people are not abiding by it, I can't really get mad at that. I mean, but still.
I don't think religion is popular in general. Do you feel like religion is popular like at all? I'm gonna or
Me personally, I wouldn't call myself a religious person. Like I grew up around religion. My grandma was Baptist. My family was Baptist, but like I'm more spiritual than religious.
mhm.
Like I don't necessarily. So from that being said, I feel like there's more. I know more spiritual people than religious people just because I'm more spiritual than religious. So I feel like I can't really answer that question like correctly because it really is like based on what you are personally because you attract what you are. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like, do you feel like, so you say you're a more spiritual person than like religion? Like,
Yeah. I just look at religion as more like man made, to be honest.
mhm.
Like, I feel like if religion, like, because religion is, I feel like religion separates people,
It does.
honestly.
It does.
Yeah. Like, we all practice the same thing in a
Mhm.
way. Like, we all have the same, like, base beliefs for the most part.
Mhm.
So it's like, why can't we just believe those base beliefs without adding, like extras? I feel like I see the stories as like beneficial because it really, I do like referring back to Bible verses because I feel like it helps me
Mhm.
like, hmm, it helps me like memory wise, because that's what I grew up on.
Mhm.
So I'll always love Bible verses, but I feel like spirituality is just more like pure, if that makes sense, because there's not the
The middleman.
differences, yeah, like in the religions.
I definitely feel that way too. I feel that way to an extent. I feel like religion for me provides a little bit of structure and community. Um, just because like I feel like I go to a church. This is my experience. I feel like I go to a church where a lot of people are very close to one another, very like communal, and just like when they say it takes a village, I really do feel like my church is part of that village. And also like I haven't really experienced any like I haven't really had any bad experiences at church, or some people might have had experiences where people have judged them, people have abused them in some sort of way, people have lied on them or manipulated them. I don't feel like I've ever had that sense in church like other people have, nor have I feel like I've witnessed it. So I feel like my view on religion is different because for me it's been mostly positive to an extent. Now I do feel like I've had people who have judged me, who I feel like you have no business judging me, or how you want to say this when you do this. And that's where maybe like I see like some faults in religion, and also in just like some areas not being like directly from the Bible. Like I don't have a problem with prophets or anything like that, but I just feel like when people try to enforce something, another person's voice onto me that isn't God, that's what I'm just like, I don't know. But when well, before I ask you a question, do you feel like you're more religious or spiritual or both? Because I feel like I'm both. Like I feel like spirituality, I'm definitely more spiritual dominant, but the religion does to an extent kind of ground me to an extent. And that's
Okay,
because it's been with me for so long.
I can respect that.
I said I feel like I'm both. Because I can't really say everybody has certain basic beliefs, but I think people know what's right and what's wrong.
Hmm.
You know, everybody may not know what's right and what's wrong, but I feel like basic people know what's right and what's wrong. Like killing is wrong, hitting is wrong, um, stealing is wrong. Like I think people know that.
But
But I think what helps me and helps me elevate that spiritual level is religion.
Okay. So you feel like in your case, religion kind of like helps your spirituality.
Yeah.
I would say that too to an extent, but I had a period of time, and I might still be going through it. I had a period of time where I just felt like I was finding more problems with my religion than things that I liked about it. And I felt like that had to do with the time I was in my life and me really not knowing my religion. I still need to study more because I might decide that I actually don't want to be Adventist and I might want to do something else or practice something else. But for me, I will say that I'm definitely more spiritual, and I take certain things from my religion that I think are like the most important. Like I definitely take the Sabbath because I just feel like the Sabbath is, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the Sabbath is like the most important thing that has come out of, besides like making sure, besides God is love and making sure you extend love to other people. I feel like the Sabbath is the second most important thing because I don't feel like people understand it as a day that's really for them, that God has created for you. They see it as a day maybe like where you're obligated to do things for God and to God and whatnot. When I just feel like it's just, I feel like people have a bad understanding of the Sabbath and therefore they reject it. But if I'm gonna be honest, those are the two things that I feel like I resonate with. So I feel like I'm definitely more spiritual than religious. But I'm just gonna ask you, do you feel like religion provided any type of like order or structure? Do you feel like you miss it? Do you feel like you would get back into it?
um, no, honestly, because when I did, religion was like um what's the word? It was never really like consistent for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is different, but my mom practiced like African spirituality when I was younger. So that's what I was grew up on when I was like 8. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, whenever I would go to Philly or like see my grandma, I would go to church on Sundays. So honestly, it was kind of confusing for me. Like gospel music, I still love it. Like I'll 104.1, like I probably know like every song on there, but it was kind of like confusing. Like, and then my mom would go to church sometimes, and I'd be like, "Why are we going to church?" Like, because it wasn't a consistent thing, so it was confusing to me. Like, I feel like I could never really connect simply because it was never something that I did on a consistent basis, and I was able to like really get comfortable in a
Mm-hmm.
church. Like sometimes, no, when I did go to church, I did wish like I went to church because the community was nice. Like I did like that part of it,
Mm-hmm.
and just having people that like pray for you, and like that's a nice feeling. But um would I go back? I don't think so. I think I would be more of a person who has church like with themselves.
That's understandable. With this pandemic, I definitely miss church. It used to be a chore to an extent for me because you've gone to church on Saturday before though, haven't you?
Saturday
Uh-huh.
when I was going to Sligo, yeah,
Yeah,
middle
like
school, all of that, I was going in.
yeah. So you remember that like how long like Sabbath can be
Oh
sometimes.
yes.
Like Sabbath school, then church, then
I never really
fellowship.
understood Sabbath though. Like when I first got there, because at the time, like I was like what, 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something completely new to me too. And I didn't really like now that you're talking about it, you're saying like that's the most impactful thing you got from
Mm-hmm.
religion.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like I agree with I see the importance of it now, but it's more like the Sabbath is more like a self-care day for me. Like Sundays, I make sure I'm not doing nothing. Like I'll clean and like basically just reset my week. Because if I
Mm-hmm.
don't do that, then I'll just feel crazy. So that's like my Sabbath, I guess you could say.
And see, for me, Sabbath is even deeper than that. Like it's not even like it's not a day for me. My reset day would either be like Thursday or Sunday, but Saturday is like a day where I just don't do anything. Like I've cooked my Sabbath dinner already. It's like that's how you're supposed to do it. You cooked your Sabbath dinner already, so all you have to do is warm up food. The house was cleaned on Friday morning or Thursday night, so you don't have to clean the house. Your clothes were ironed and stuff before that, so you don't have to do that. Like it's really purely a day just designed for like rest. So that's why, like, because I would say when I was younger, like, it being strict definitely seemed like more of a chore than more of a like burden than a gift. But then growing up and having that structure and having that strictness, I'm like, oh, okay, it actually was for my benefit because now that I'm an adult, I'd be wishing that I had like a Sabbath, or I'd be wishing that I had been more strict about it so that I can incorporate it, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
no, definitely.
What about you, Ian? Because I feel like you start having these revelations and like experiences once you go to college. What do you feel like your stance on like religion and spirituality will change once you get out into the world a little bit more?
No,
You don't at all?
no.
I don't know. I feel like we done the thing before. We know what we're talking about.
Y'all rooted. Okay.
That's good that you feel rooted. You don't think it would change because you don't want it to change, or you just think it's just impossible.
I don't see myself changing from the beliefs I see.
Not changing from them, but like you might meet somebody else that practices something different.
And I would still hold myself. I would still hold myself. Like, if that's how I believe, that's my mindset. I don't think my mindset would really like change
So you
unless
don't be like open to curiosity or anything like that.
by curiosity. What do you mean?
Hearing
Um,
what they do.
Yeah, caring what they do, or like when I say curiosity, I mean like I know when I left for college, I didn't keep the Sabbath like that much. I did to an extent, like I wouldn't do anything, but like sometimes I would do homework, sometimes I would go out and stuff like that. And I feel like having that experience of like kind of like I don't want to say rebelling, but like doing what you're not usually accustomed to kind of brought me back to it brought me back and also like made me realize like I had experienced different things about myself. Like I'm worried about being judged and my parents were here, but like my parents aren't God. Like the only person I should be worried about who thinks of me, or the only thing is God. Like I just started having different perspectives just about like religion and all that stuff because I had kept it so strictly. When I hadn't been keeping it so strictly, I just had started having different perspectives and ways I see the world. I feel like the ways you see the world and stuff like that are definitely going to change when you go to college. And religion is going to be one of those things that's impacted, I think.
Um, being at TA and like knowing like and just like learning certain things, I've seen how religion has been flawed, and
Hmm.
I've seen how man, I and being on social media and seeing the state of our country and like seeing that our country is starting at is going to downfall. Already knew that other countries in the world were already downfalling. So like when people sees America downfalling, it's just like, oh my gosh, like this stuff is really getting crazy. But no, stuff has been crazy. You know what I'm saying? So um I don't really think knowing all that, I really don't think the
Things will
views,
change.
yeah.
Hmm. That makes sense.
But I do think we strayed away from the topic a little bit because we was talking about B Simone. I ain't gonna lie to you, and we didn't even get to the meat of what we was talking
We
about.
were, but I just felt like that was such a better conversation to have. We were I mean our audience, I don't care if our audience knows this, but like I kind of make a rundown of like things I want to talk about and want to get into and kind of like overarching topic, but I do just let the conversation flow. Like if I see that we're getting into a certain area, I'm just gonna keep going with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like
But I think this ties in what B Simone said just a little bit this week.
what she say.
She said, "Well,
Manifestation.
you guys are shooting the messenger. I don't like how y'all doing that, bro."
Because the messenger is a hypocrite. That's how we even got into the whole religious and Bible talk just now. See, we're shooting the messenger down because the messenger is a hypocrite. That's why.
See, I don't think what B Simone said wasn't even that bad for real. B Simone
It
really said
wasn't.
B Simone really said the truth, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. She basically said, don't go after somebody if you can't manifest what you want. So like
Like what you are.
do not want somebody to be like to be in like a certain tax bracket if you on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Do not try to date up. Stay where you are at. Cause here's how I see this like dating stuff and everything. I see it as like because this is the only way I can relate to it, and my boys know where I'm going with this.
Okay, no
Okay.
boys.
I related to like 2K. I related to 2K. I related to like my park and everything. My park, like you you will play with you will start out like as like a rookie one. Okay, a rookie one is like the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
like you have no overall, no badges, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? You start off playing with them, then you gain some more experience. You gain some more life experience. Then you go up to like an all-star. Then you get to like a superstar. Then you get to a legend. You know what I'm saying? And like when you're playing my part, you're not gonna play. A legend is not gonna play with no rookie one. Okay, a legend is not gonna play with no rookie one because he knows that they don't got nothing going for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Just how like a man that can afford a Birkin bag ain't gonna go for nobody like that's still working a 9 to 5 at Burger King. He ain't gonna do that. That's not something that's in his wheelhouse.
Okay, so the
But she was also being heavy on the part that like you can get that. You just have to work
Yeah,
to
you just gotta
get
work
to
for
what
it.
you want.
yeah, she did say like something like, or maybe it was supposed to be Simone, but like y'all, I seen this one tweet actually. It's from a different girl. I don't know if you have that active fitness girl. Do you be seeing her?
Oh yeah, I love her page.
I do too.
Who's that?
You know,
got this mom body.
But she worked for it. Like just seeing where she came from, and like I've been following her since forever. Just because.
Wait, is that? She cut her hair and everything. She got like a nose job too.
Yes.
I
call her.
She got a nose job.
Yeah.
I call her Miss Sexy. Sorry.
Shut up, man, please.
She is.
But she was just saying like part of the part of the manifestation part that you guys are missing is like you guys aren't working towards what you're trying to get at.
Yeah, I think like being on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Because I follow people like Cameron and anything, or I'll follow people like Cameron. I'll follow people like funny people, like mean people. So that's what I'll follow. But like when I see like a man has to do this, a man has to do that, a man has to do this just for him to be able to hang with a girl, I'll be like, so I be thinking about like, what are you doing? Like he has to do this with the bills. He got to do this and do that. Like a man should do this for a woman, so a woman doesn't have to do that. So like then the question gets asked like, so what does a woman do that a man should not do?
I feel like before we even, first of all, this is a topic for another day, not to cut you off, but just where you're going, Ian could talk about something like this forever.
I could.
You don't have forever. But the thing is, we're having a male guest on the show next week.
Who?
I'll say at the end of the show. But I just feel like it would be better for him to talk about it next week because he never has any support in this topic. Anytime we talk about this topic, it's always like when I'm on the phone with one of my friends, another girl, another woman.
It's just jumping.
Yeah, that's what he feels jumped. So
I'd be like,
I
bro.
do want to say that topic for next week, but I do understand what you're saying. Like, it wasn't about the message really, because I feel like a lot of people who were sitting there looking at it, they would. My whole thing, I was just looking at this, and I was just like, is this coming from B. Simone? Is this really coming from B. Simone?
She be preaching though. I really do. Like, I feel like the way she puts stuff, because she's still a comedian at the same time though.
But that's part what's annoying about it. It's loud and it's just like the voice is screechy and it's just like, baby girl. Like that's annoying. Nobody wants to hear that loud ass video when they open up your page. It was funny when it was comedy, but now you're trying to be serious. I don't want to hear that.
I don't know. I feel like that's why she's also hypocritical, because it's a part of her
routine
career. Yeah, like she's a comedian too, y'all. So I mean, not that she was trying to be funny when she said the stuff that she said about, like when everybody was doing the marches and stuff. But I also do feel like all of us are hypocrites, honestly. Like, celebrities are just put on blast because we watch everything that they do. But it's not like we've never done anything that we said something that was opposite of what we're doing.
That is true. So you can't be too. Yeah, I mean, like I said, for me, just from my perspective, it was just the message. It was just the messenger, not the message. And I don't feel like people need to. She was just loud and just abrasive, and I just feel like that's not. You don't always have to get your message across that way. That's just how I felt about it. But we are basically out of time. So I got class. But it doesn't matter. But Aminah, do you have anything you want to say, like, before we get off? Anything maybe on the topics or anything you want to leave the audience with? It's okay if you don't. Just an opportunity.
Okay, the one reason why I respect B. Simone, because we was going to talk about accountability.
We were.
Okay, so I feel like but I feel like she always is accountable for her actions. So that's why I like her. Like, when she made that mistake, she owned up to it, and people forgot. I mean, we ain't forget, but like, it's over, it's done. So like, as long as you're accountable for your actions, you're able to realize what you're doing, you're self-aware of what's going on, then that's fine. That's my 2 cents. Accountability.
Yeah. And we can have you on again in the future, because we were supposed to talk about accountability and cancel culture and stuff like that, but we just ended up getting into the religion and spirituality aspect, and I just liked the way the conversation was going. But stay tuned, because we will be talking about that kind of stuff in the future episodes of the season, guys. Ian, do you have anything else you want to leave the audience with?
I know this is hard, still being in this pandemic, but work hard. Okay, work hard. You're doing your best. Life all around is really stagnant, but do something to help you progress. Watch a movie. Well, not help you progress, but like stay relaxed. Watch a movie. Take a bath. Play a sport. Do something. Just relax yourselves.
Okay. Well, y'all have heard me talk enough, so I'm just gonna leave y'all with the usual: stay positive, lead with light and lead with love. I always forget this. This week we have a playlist called Anointed. In terms of like Black History Month, I'm just trying to put like some really good Black artists and playlists together for you guys. This playlist just so happens to be a gospel playlist. You guys can find it on Apple Music and Spotify in the description box below. Next week we have our guest Masango coming on. He is an artist. I will also plug his album below, so you guys can listen to it and get caught up before we have him as a guest. I want to thank Aminah again for coming onto the podcast. You know, every time I have a guest, I just wish this podcast was longer, because I just feel like we could always go on and on and on. But I want to say thank you for coming onto the podcast, Aminah.
No problem. I'll be back.
Yes. All of my guests I've loved so far, so I'm hoping everybody can return in the future. Like I said, our playlists are in the description box below. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when we're about to upload a video. And also, if you like this episode, please share it with your friends, family, whoever you think might be beneficial to this, might benefit from this. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for tuning into the Check-In podcast. We'll see you guys next week. My name is Cameron.
My name is Ian.
And my name is Aminah.
And hope you guys have a blessed week.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.